The New York Islanders face off against the Pittsburgh Penguins in round one of the Stanley Cup playoffs. That's Aaron Ward, Shane Kelly, and Dennis Bernstein. I'm Dave Pagnotta here in the fourth period. And Wardo, let's start off with the Islanders. How do you see this team shaping up against Pittsburgh?
There's a New York Islanders team that has to go forward without Anders Lee, and it speaks to the brilliance of what's happened with management, getting Zajac, Palmieri, adding to the experience of this team, the experience they received going to the conference finals last year. One of the deficits for this team is scoring. 20th in the National Hockey League in goals for, a lot of pressure on Barzal to produce. The big area of comfort for them should be the fact that they're second in the National Hockey League in goals against, and that's basically due to the fact that Varlamov has had a Vezina Trophy season.
Analytics don't love them in the attacking zone, but on D, they're really, really good, and they emphasize restricting shots against in the home plate. They're fifth best in the National Hockey League at that. Their expected goals against, 10th best. And at the back end, you talked about Varlamov. He's been one of the best goalies in the NHL this season, 10th by goals saved above average. So, we know what they're going to bring, and that's going to be really, really hard to score against.
One team we don't talk about enough this season has been the Pittsburgh Penguins. And Dennis, it seems like this is the quietest first-place team in the National Hockey League. What do they need to do to get into round two?
Yeah, I've got DB's 4 keys to victory for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Number one, Mike Sullivan's done a massive job coaching this team. They've been banged up all year. That's number one. Number two, Sid Crosby. He's not going to win the MVP, but he should be on my ballot. He's on my ballot with respect to the MVP voting. Number three, the emergence of Cody Ceci and Mike Matheson on the blue line as a second pair. And the fourth and probably most important would be Tristan Jarry and Casey DeSmith in net. Those are the 4 keys, but you have to look at Pittsburgh's previous history in the Stanley Cup playoffs. They've lost 9 of their last 10 games in the postseason.
This is a team that on the analytics is really, really hard to project. I mean, they're pretty much bang average just about everything we look at, whether it's expected save percentage against, whether it's expected goals against, expected goals for. They're anywhere from 14th to 18th in all those categories. So, I understand they've got all this experience, but there's nothing to me that suggests they should be a huge favorite in this series or even in the playoffs. I actually think this is the weakest number 1 seed.